Hey guys, how are we? I hope you're well. Well, it started to snow just a few minutes ago here, and it's been snowing a bit yesterday, a bit this morning, and it's not perfect weather, trust me. I mean, it's beautiful and sunny right this second, but give it another 5 minutes. So, yeah, things are developing with Russia and Ukraine, and as I've said in previous videos, if you haven't made plans to get out of Europe, I strongly suggest that you do that sooner rather than later, purely because I think this could get out of hand pretty quickly, and there's going to be a lot of knock-on effects, not only with the potential collapse of airlines and increased airline prices for tickets, but Russia, Ukraine produce about 25% of the world's wheat and grain production, and this could actually cause a lot of problems in the near future. I did see some projections of 300 million people dying of starvation within sub-Saharan Africa and other parts around the world that are heavily reliant on this sort of grain production. So there's big issues ahead, and just be mindful of that. If you're not starting to make plans at the moment, I strongly suggest that you do that. The other thing that is of note is the derivatives market. I did see that JP Morgan had to bail out a big Chinese nickel production company, and they're in massive problems because of their shorts. And so, yeah, I think we're on the cusp of a massive financial collapse, economic collapse, and all-out war, and I am convinced that World War III has already begun. So, as I said, it's not only the potential deaths from a conflict, but it's also the starvation issue. The other thing that I did see was some modelling in regards to potential nuclear war within Europe. They're basically saying that if a nuclear war does break out, 1 billion people in Europe will lose their lives. And they were saying that that's a conservative estimate. So we all know that modelling's not really all that accurate, but I think in regards to modelling, in regards to nuclear fallout and conflict, is far easier to estimate as opposed to a pandemic. So very interesting times, and very concerning. As I said, if you haven't already made plans to leave, then I suggest that you do that. I would have already left. It's just that we have a property that we're in the middle of selling, and we're in the middle of the completion of that contract with a hedge fund. So yeah, it's not all that straightforward, but I'm hoping that either early to mid next week that'll be finished. So yeah, interesting times. I know that there are reports that a lot of Ukrainians have claimed asylum in Mexico and Poland and other places. I was under the impression that to claim asylum you should do that at your nearest port or closest border. So don't know how that works with them going to Mexico, but that's what I've heard. Mind you, South America is probably the most neutral place in the world at the moment in regards to geopolitical conflict, and may potentially be one of the safest because they are so neutral. So anyway, look, I'm going to leave that there, guys. Hope you're well. As I said, if you haven't started making plans to get out of Europe and planning for the worst, then I strongly suggest that you do that. Get some foodstuffs in order, get your bank accounts and cryptocurrencies if you haven't already. I'll leave some links in the description of this video for some good bank accounts and Binance and cryptocurrency, things like cold storage wallets, etc. Um, Even with the Dollar Vigilante, they've got some pretty good information on doing stuff. I've got my computer back up and running, by the way, so I did download a wallet for Door cryptocurrency, and I think that's corrupted the kernel in the operating system, so I've basically formatted the hard drive and we're back up and running, so that's a bit of good news. But a lot of information's been lost, so you know, I do have backups, but sometimes better just to start from scratch. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave that there. Hope you're well and staying safe and planning. And as I said, plan for the worst, hope for the best. All right, guys.